Greetings everyone, those who are here and those who are watching through Zoom. This is the Secretariat Report of Southern Asia Pacific Division, and in this report, I would like to focus on what God has done through His church during this COVID-19 pandemic. As we all know, the coronavirus has changed many aspects of our lives, including the way we reach out to people when the government implemented the lockdown and travel restrictions. When COVID-19 pandemic started to spread in SSD territory in March 2020, many of our churches have been closed for months. Mass gatherings were not allowed, and the usual evangelistic crusades we were doing was not possible. There was that great concern that our work of evangelizing people will be greatly affected and the financial support from the church will go down. And indeed, it was for the next first 2 months. But the Lord is good. He is in control of everything. And when He allows things to happen, He always has a purpose. When one window of opportunity is closed, He opens another window with great and better opportunities. During the pandemic, the government says, do not go out, stay at home. On the other hand, the theme of our church worldwide is, I will go. Everyone is encouraged to go and reach out to people. Many of our leaders started to shift to other methods of evangelizing. And since face-to-face gatherings were not allowed in many places, especially in urban cities, they focused and maximized the use of the various media platforms, Hope channels, radio, YouTube, Facebook, and many other to reach the people. All departments, children, family, women, publishing, health, communication, and others, and other ministries launched their own evangelistic crusades with passion, using various ways and methods to reach the people using mostly these media platforms. An example of this is the youth ministry. This year, 2021, the youth department mobilized our young people to actively participate in preaching the gospel. The SSD Voice of Youth Ignite was launched. They organized 1,191 Voice of Youth teams, and one after another, they conducted evangelistic crusades with courage to places where they are allowed to preach. And as a result, the youth harvested 8,331 souls to God's kingdom as of October 10, 2021. The SSD team, under the leadership of Pastor Sam, focused in evangelizing the island of Mindoro. The officers, directors, and associates participated, and the Lord blessed their efforts. As of now, 1,952 souls have been baptized in that island. And Pastor Sam personally participated in the baptizing of the new believers. Throughout the division, the preaching of the gospel continues month after month using different ways and methods. And we have baptism everywhere, as you can see in these pictures. The success of these evangelistic activities is the result of the efforts of the care group ministry of the local church. And that is the beauty of our care groups here in Southern Asia Pacific Division. They are the frontliners in evangelism. And during the pandemic, the 3,938 care groups were mobilized not only to encourage each other, but to reach out to their neighbors, inviting them to listen and watch the virtual evangelistic crusades either in their homes, in the local church when it is possible, and in their own cell phones. During this pandemic, many people lost their jobs, lost their loved ones, and are looking for answer why this pandemic is happening. And they need comfort, encouragement, care, and even financial help. And many of them are confused and lost their hope. What an opportunity for the church to extend help. So the church mobilized the pastors and members to take advantage of the opportunities in helping the people in various ways to those who were badly affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. And because of these activities, people look at Adventists in a positive way. They see Adventists as people who cares and love, and they are now ready to listen to our message. You can see church members helping the community everywhere. Another area that is very interesting is the cell phone evangelism. You see, cell phone evangelism becomes an effective way to reach people. For instance, in Southern Mindanao Mission area, Bimbo Kuman, a new believer and the only Adventist in a village up in the mountain, wanted his village people to receive the gospel message. Through his cell phone, he contacted Brother William Langgong, a GO volunteer, to visit his village and share the message. Brother William agreed to visit the place, but then came COVID-19 pandemic and the lockdown. Brother William cannot go there anymore. In that village, there is only one cell phone available, which is owned by Brother Bimbo. And there is only one spot that connection is possible. So, since Brother William cannot visit that place due to lockdown, he instructed Brother Bimbo to gather his friends to go to the spot where connection is possible, twice a week to listen to Brother William preach the message through the cell phone. And for 3 months, Bimbo and the people he invited listened to Brother William gave Bible study through cell phone, and they expressed their joy to hear the special message. And the news spread quickly like wildfire to the homes of everyone in the village. When the restrictions were lifted, Brother William, together with Pastor Lanestosa, went to the village and baptized the first fruits of 13 souls out of that activity. Today, there are more than 50 souls that were baptized. Really, God used that one cell phone in reaching people. And that is happening in many areas of our territory. I had the privilege of meeting Brother William Langgong and heard the story directly from him when I visited the training center for evangelism near Lake Cebu last October 29, 2021. Another important thing that I need to share with you is the lay-led evangelism. We are grateful to SSD for setting aside a budget to be used by our lay members to actively participate in direct evangelism. And because of this, we see more direct involvement of our lay members in the preaching of the gospel. An example of that is the retirees, the women, the youth, the children, the professionals such as lawyers, doctors, teachers, the church clerks, and many more who actively participated in our evangelistic crusades. This is really total member involvement. Now let me show you now the report from 6 years of our baptismal statistics. As you can see, the 2020 baptism is even a little higher than the 2019. In the baptism up to the third quarter, this year is already 81,644. So you can see in the graph, the growth of our baptism within these 6 years. I believe that by God's blessings and power, that we can reach 100,000 souls added to the church at the end of this year. With the vigorous evangelistic crusades now being conducted union-wide by the 3 unions here in the Philippines and also other countries, the Lord will give us a good harvest. I am also happy to report that we reclaim 706 former members of our church. This is the result of the reclamation project that we are now implementing to our local churches through the care groups. The next slide shows the drop and missing also. At present, 57,937 members listed in our record books have been dropped from church membership. The increase of the drop and missing this year is the result of the membership audit being done in many unions. I would like to thank the Union Secretariat leadership for giving attention to this problem. We hope to narrow the gap between the number of those recorded in the record books and the number of members who are attending the church. In 2016, our membership is 1,418,551. At present, we have 1,703,661 members. So praise the Lord for the continued growth of our church. It is my prayer that by 2025, we will reach 2 million members here in our territory. Another interesting thing that happened during COVID-19 pandemic is the use of Zoom for meetings, seminars, webinars, trainings, certifications, and even preaching. I would like to add another aspect for you to know. It is about the Encyclopedia of Seventh-day Adventists, or we call it ESDA. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Remuel Tornalejo for accepting the responsibility to be the editor of the ESDA project in our division. I would like also to thank our union leaders, ESDA coordinators, and writers on behalf of the ESDA office for the effort that you have done. We rely on you and appreciate your efforts very, very much. But I appeal to you to make your best effort to complete the articles, especially the administrative units in the major institutions like schools and hospital. The total number of completed SSD articles is 227. This is now in the hands of the GC, and Dr. Tornalejo is working on 100 articles to be completed by the GC session next year. This goal of 100 articles is both doable and will give the SSD territories an excellent presence in the ESDA. And remember, ESDA is not just for scholarly research, but ESDA articles can be used as devotionals and content for various church seminars, prayer meetings, and sermons. These are real stories that are educational and can inspire our people. The ESDA nuggets have been published in Adventist Review and other Adventist publications. And you could also use ESDA as a resource for valuable content for your newsletters, website, and social media. So I would like to encourage our education directors to promote ESDA in schools. You can ask our teachers to include ESDA on their syllabi, library website, or even school newsletters. The GC session next year is an important milestone for the project by which most of the work of ESDA should be completed. If we make one huge deliberate effort to finish most of the articles by April 2022, we will have accomplished an excellent online project that will continue to be expanded and updated. Now, did you know that a member of Burmese royalty becomes an Adventist pioneer? You can find it in the screen with the website entitled "A Member of Burmese Royalty Becomes an Adventist Pioneer." The name is Mong Mong, and he was one of the founders of the Adventist Church in Myanmar. Now here, I would like to show you the ESDA website, so you can take a picture on it, and you can open it, and you can read many articles from our territory that you can really use. So this is the report that I would like to share with you. And in the end, I will close this report by reading the words of Apostle Paul in Philippians 1:27. Whatever happens, conduct yourselves in a manner worthy of the gospel. So God bless you. Maranatha.